Okay, hello again. My name is Bunnysays, and we're back playing Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper. Frankly, I'm just continuing right where I left off because I'm honestly interested in what's going on here. So I just want to continue. And now, last we reenacted the crime. A long period to figure out the crime. And I think the deduction was that the person was strangled first from the front, laid on the ground, had their throat slit. Yeah, and then had their throat slit. Now we're trying to figure out the possible motives for the crime. So we came back to Baker Street. It was, 8:02 a.m., September 2nd, 1888. Okay, what could have been possible motives of the crime? So let's go into the motives of the crime. Now I remembered he gagged her with the left hand, strangled her with the right hand. Her tongue was bloated. Her abdomen was split open down to her privates. I know that's gruesome, I'm sorry. He had done it when he was standing up. She had a bonnet in her hand. It was her bonnet. She was then laid down on the ground. Her throat was slit with the left hand because there wasn't a lot of room for the right hand. But that doesn't necessarily mean the person is left-handed or right-handed. We weren't sure. And the blood did not, because she was dead, the blood only came out slowly and it formed a pool because, well, she was dead, so there wasn't any splurting or anything. Also, nobody seemed to care. There wasn't a lot of light, and nobody seemed to take much notice or really care at all. So it could easily have occurred without much notice. Okay, let's see what we have here on this board here. How does this work now? Inventory, reset, close, okay. What do we have here? What could have been the possible motives of the crime? Revenge, love, theft, madness, black magic. Well, theft is out because she was poor, right? I mean, she's a prostitute and had no money. So let's keep that in as no. Love, no, she was a prostitute. So, I'm assuming somebody. Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody did love her, but let's say revenge. What is this? We have to. Okay. So what? There are 3 reasons here, and then okay. Okay, credible motive. Okay, the victim suffered horrible mutilations. The credible motive, even if it's a field that Sherlock doesn't know, the victim was an occasional prostitute, without family or ties. Okay, so I assume that black magic is this credible motive, even if it feels like Sherlock doesn't know. Okay, it does work this way.
Black magic?
Okay.
I'm not terribly interested in the occult or black magic. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to this motive.
Okay, alright, that's okay, alright, that's how it works, alright. Oh, the victim lived in misery, and resentment could lead to irreparable blacks. Okay, that's why theft. Okay, the victim lived in misery, that's theft here.
Theft, perhaps.
I have a hard time believing that someone would attack poor Polly so fiercely just to rob her of a few coins.
So, love. Okay, it could be revenge because of the mutilations. Certainly, people who stab somebody and mutilate them, and usually that's anger and revenge, no? Here it is. Yeah.
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge could be a possible motive, but with one small reservation. We have reason to believe that the victim considered her murderer to be a typical client.
Oh, that's right. If it was revenge, she would have known him, probably. I would assume lovers know, because the victim was an occasional prostitute with family ties.
A personal drama.
Love can certainly lead to many a drama, but we have to consider the fact that the victim didn't know her attacker.
Yeah. Now, madness. The victim suffered horrible mutilations, of course.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that the man who did this to Polly Nichols is not of his full senses.
So that's
elementary.
Yes. Okay.
Very well, Watson. I think that we've exhausted the topic. Take a rest and we'll speak again later.
Interesting. So...
it would seem that the investigation is advancing, Holmes. Yesterday's Star said that a suspect is in the hands of the police, a man with a rather sinister reputation.
I was about to join you in your optimistic outlook until you informed me that the good news came from the press, Watson.
But surely they wouldn't invent the fact that the police are holding a suspect, or the acts that are attributed to him.
You will have an exact answer to these two questions in less than 50 seconds, Watson.
Pardon?
Enter, Inspector.
Good day.
Is this Inspector Abeline?
Dear Watson, allow me to introduce Inspector Abeline, Inspector Dr. Watson.
Inspector?
To what do we owe the honour of your presence, Inspector?
I heard that the two of you made your way to Whitechapel a few days ago. Your arrival, you are aware, coincides with a very serious affair which our police service is going to great lengths to solve and which is creating strong tensions in the area.
Pardon me, but haven't you arrested someone? A certain Leather Apron?
Absolutely not. The man who hides behind this name is indeed being actively searched for by the force. Besides, nothing at the moment suggests that he is the Bucks Row murderer.
There, you've been enlightened, Watson. Now it is our turn to answer Inspector Abeline's questions.
Indeed. I will be brief and precise. Do you intend to investigate this case, or have you already started?
It is to be of service to a friend that I went to Whitechapel. We did, out of curiosity, familiarize ourselves with the preliminary reports, and we made our way to the scene of the crime. Our conclusions are slim, as are the clues. Having not been officially appointed by a client, I believe that my intervention in this business will end there.
Very well. To be frank, you take the weight off my shoulders by distancing yourself from the case. Our image isn't very good, to say nothing of what the press puts us through. Thus, if overnight they found out that you were on the case, people would turn against us.
And they would pester me, overwhelm me, and finally make me out to be responsible for the inevitable failure such a scenario entails. Neither you nor I wish for this to happen. I know that your time is precious, Inspector. I will send you a note regarding my conclusions shortly.
With pleasure. Gentlemen?
Do you think that he will find the murderer?
The chances are slim to non-existent. It is 7 days now, short of a confession from the murderer himself.
And you will not go further?
You heard the Inspector, Watson. My presence in Whitechapel would hinder, which doesn't mean that we will drop the case.
How is that?
The Inspector spoke of me, but not of us. It is you, Watson, who will lead the investigation tonight. It is you who will bring to the police station the little note that I will write regarding our conclusions. Despite the late hour, there is nothing to stop you from making inquiries about this famous leather apron while you are there.
Really, I control Dr. Watson now. No, it had said it was Friday the 7th, and the last thing was the 2nd, so it's been 5 days, and it was like, 10:56 or something in the morning, so, wait, did he say it was 7 days? Oh, 7 days since the murder, but 5 days since we checked it. Okay. We checked it on the 2nd, September 2nd. Okay, we have here the Star, London, Thursday, the 6th of September, 1888. The largest circulation of any evening paper in the kingdom, 1 halfpenny. Okay, there is an article about Leather Apron. Leather Apron, more about his career, his latest movements in the borough. The sense of fear which the murder of the unfortunate woman Nichols has thrown over the neighborhood, and especially over her companions, shows no sign of decreasing. A number of the street wanderers are in nightly terror of Leather Apron. Okay, that's in quotes. One of our reporters visited one of the single women's lodging houses last night. It is in Thrall Street, one of the darkest and most terrible-looking spots in Whitechapel. The house keeps open till 1 o'clock in the morning and reopens again at 5. In the house nightly are 66 women. Wow, really? Who get their bed for 4D. That's 4 DOS. The proprietor of the place, who is also the owner of several other houses of a similar character in the neighborhood, told some gruesome stories of the man who has now come to be regarded as the terror of the East End. Night after night, he said, had women come in a fainting condition after being knocked about by Leather Apron. He himself would never be out in the neighborhood after 12 o'clock at night except with a loaded revolver. The terror, he said, would go to a public house or coffee room and peep in through the window to see if a particular woman was there. He would then vanish, lying in wait for his victim at some convenient corner, hidden from the view of everybody. The police are making efforts to arrest him, but he constantly changes his quarters. Some of the unfortunate women state that he is now in one of the low slums in the borough. One of them, she said she saw him crossing London Bridge as stealthily as usual, with his head bent, his skimpy coat turned up about his ears, and looking as if he were in a desperate hurry. The hunt for Leather Apron began in earnest last evening. Constables 43 and 173, J Division, into whose hand Leather Apron fell on Sunday afternoon, were detailed to accompany Detective Enright of the J Division in a search through all the quarters where the crazy Jew was likely to be. They began at 10:30 in Church Street in Shoreditch, rumor having located the suspected man there. They went through lodging houses, into pubs, down side streets, through their bullseyes, into every shadow, and through their bullseye lanterns, I assume, into every shadow, and searched the quarter thoroughly, but without result. Okay, the hunt continued. Later down in the Brick Lane neighborhood, Florendale Lane being Leather Apron's preferred lodging place lately, he was not found here. However, in the search which then took the direction of the London hospital, resulted in nothing. It is the general belief that the man has left the district. The clue furnished by the woman who denounced the man on Sunday is a very unfortunate one. Her offer to prove by 2 women that Leather Apron was seen walking with the murdered woman in Baker's Row at 2 o'clock last Friday morning is the most direct bit of evidence that has yet appeared. His conduct on Sunday was as usual. He never answers a question when it is put to him, and only speaks under strong compulsion. Mike ... or ... the grocer in George's Yard, dwelt a long time last evening on this peculiarity. He knows Leather Apron very well and has known him for 6 years. He says that the man is unquestionably mad, and that anybody who met him face to face would know it, that his eyes are never still but are always shifting uneasily, and he never looks anybody in the eye. Leather Apron used to live in the lodging house around the corner from the grocery, and was turned out of there some months ago in order not to return. The lodging house is a few doors below the model doorway. The model is in quotes. in which the Turner woman was found with 39 stabs. Okay, well, I know that Leather Apron is a, we don't actually really know. I believe Leather Apron was the butcher that they were talking about at one point in the Jack the Ripper murders. But he could also just be, he doesn't necessarily have to be the killer. He could just be somebody who has, certainly there are many people who are mentally ill at the time. But that doesn't mean that necessarily murders. He could be schizophrenic or any kind of thing. That doesn't necessarily mean he's violent or anything, so. Okay, well, let's resume. Oh, yeah, we're back to Dr. Watson. Okay. There's Sherlock Holmes here.
What? You still haven't left for Whitechapel, Watson?
Oh, okay, alright, just looking at the VR, the Victoria Regina. Just looking around the house a little bit. Okay. Showing the handle on the door. Apparently that means, not this door, the outer door. That means I have to go. Hold on. Gotta go into Sherlock's room? Really? Okay, let's look at Sherlock's room. Alright. Here's a picture of the woman, I assume. Well, maybe not, who knows. Here's his cap, his makeup, his wig, and all that type of stuff. His disguises. Here's a book. Many books. Several of them are different who's who of London and that type of thing. Who's who. A case, who knows what's in the case. His slippers. Map, notes. His snuff box. Okay. Another picture. Is that the same picture? Yes, it is. And a bust. Okay, there is a book here. It is Histoire. We don't know what it is the history of. It doesn't actually say. Okay, let's get out of here. Nothing fun to look at. Okay, I guess we're going to Whitechapel. Where was I going exactly? The police station. Yes, okay, that's right. Here we go. We're at the police station.
If I follow Holmes's instructions, then to begin my investigation into this Leather Apron, I must first head to the police station.
Okay, Whitechapel, September 7th/8th, 12-something a.m. 12:30, I believe it was. 12:30 a.m., so it's going from the 7th to the 8th. Let's head into the police station here. Talk to the constable.
Good evening, sir. What do you... I know you. You were here last week with Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, I have a message from Holmes.
Indeed. I have come to bring a message from Sherlock Holmes for Inspector Aberline.
Very well, I will pass it on. But come to think of it, someone was asking about you recently.
Oh.
Finley, the caretaker of some shady boarding house nearby. Does that mean anything to you?
Ah, perhaps.
There's a very nice picture of the Queen in the background. Not here, but in back of Watson. Let's talk about Leather Apron here.
Actually, I read in the Star that you have arrested a suspect called Leather Apron.
You shouldn't believe what you read in that rag, sir. The man is being hunted, but we have yet to get our hands on him, and we aren't close to it either.
Why ever not?
Bah, he's a specialist in the streetwalker racket. These girls make pitiful witnesses, and we don't inspire confidence. Furthermore, the man seems to be pretty discreet lately. Someone must be helping to hide him.
Never been able to find him, huh?
How to get on his trail, then?
One of these girls would have to confide in us and give a valid description of the man. Then we'd ask around the journeymen, who use aprons, I imagine.
Okay, so we need to talk to some of these women, apparently. I was going to say, he has a leather apron, but then again, yeah, that's right. There could be any number of professions where people use a leather apron, so.
Well, goodbye.
Thank
I
you,
must
sir.
go to Finley's boarding house.
Okay. Again, there's a picture of the Queen. Lovely.
Her Majesty Queen Victoria. What would she think of this mess?
She would think it was bad, very bad.
This police station is like a laundry. What a scandal.
Anything going on here? It is actually, there are a lot of things here. Oh, what's this?
Closed.
Oh, so that means at some point I could use that, huh? Okay. Glad I could talk to him. Went to wanted posters.
Look, a suspect description. Michael Ostrog, wanted for questioning. Dangerous.
Really? Let's take a closer look at that. The dangerous criminal is searched. What does that mean? Searched for? Or has he been searched? Okay, I don't know, but let's go to Finley's place. Let me ask one of these women quickly if they see any. Well, not her. Maybe one of these women. Hello?
Either way, what difference does it make? Either way, what difference does it make?
No, it would be better not to insist.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, is it...
So, my lord, you looking for love? True love?
Okay. I'm assuming these women are not going to be helpful.
No, it would be better not to insist.
Oh, I already talked to her. Okay, how about you?
No, it would be better not to insist.
Okay, he's right. I can't push it on these. When I push too hard, they will clam up and not give me any information. Let's go to Finley's place. Finley was a boarding house guy, right?
I must go to Finley's boarding house.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Now, where is he? There he is.
Good evening, Finley.
Oh, good evening, sir. Aren't you the gentleman who was with the great detective the other time?
Yes.
That is indeed me, Dr. Watson.
The police said you were asking about
Tell
something.
me, Finley, I was told that you were looking for us at the police station.
Indeed, I wanted to thank you for last time, you know. That vagrant has never set foot round mine again. I even found a tenant, one who pays his rent, I mean.
Oh, good. That's perfect. Who's the tenant?
You don't seem very happy, but you were lucky to have found a good tenant so quickly.
It's just that this man is very strange.
Really?
He paid several days in advance and I gave him a key to the place. Since then, he goes out every night and returns at ungodly hours. I'm sure he goes to visit the ladies, but still, every night. And when he moved in, something must have broken in his case and stank up the stairs in his room for 2 days. I think it was a jar. It must be over there.
Really? Have you heard anything about this leather apron guy?
Tell me, have you heard talk of Leather Apron?
By the papers, that's all. This man seems very sinister.
Do you know any journeymen who use this type of apron?
The slaughterhouse butchers, I believe, but definitely the cobblers. I know one, old Isaac Solomonovich. His workshop is on a small street in the Jewish community, across from the hospital. He's a good man. He can help you. But you know, the people there are very close and don't share much with non-Jews.
Okay, unsurprising. Okay,
Thank you,
thank you for the
At your
information.
service, sir.
Let's take a look at this bottle here first.
This odour is very strong indeed, but the whole neighbourhood as such has a dreadful stench. Finley might have an idea as to what this jar that contained.
Oh, okay, let's
What
ask
do you
him.
want, Doctor?
This strange smell.
You're right, the pieces of the jar that your tenant broke do give off a strange smell.
It's true. That's quite normal given his trade.
What
Yes,
is this trade?
and what would the trade be of your strange tenant?
A doctor, like yourself, I believe. Dr. Tumblety, a foreigner. Canadian, perhaps.
Dr. Tumblety. It might be interesting to know more about him.
Really? A doctor? Well, that would explain him going out all the time at night. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you for the
Thank you,
information.
Finley.
At your service, sir.
What I can do is go to the clinic, maybe ask there. Glass shard, huh? Let's look at the map. I'm gonna go to the clinic and see if I can talk to the guy at the clinic and see if I can find out about Dr. Tumblety. Okay, here we go.
Good evening, Doctor. My name is Dr. Watson. Pleased to meet you.
Good evening. I am Dr. Gibbons. Likewise.
Okay.
What can I do for you, my dear colleague?
Oh, I guess. Oh, really? Could I show him the bottle? Oh, it won't.
What can I do for you, my dear colleague?
Wait, okay, let me. Maybe I could talk to him about the glass shard. It's not.
What can I
letting me-
do for you, my dear colleague?
Okay, it's not. Okay, obviously I'm in the wrong place here. He's not going to give me any information. I'll either have to ask more about this strange bottle somewhere, or let's go outside for a moment. Or find someplace else. Let's look at the map. We have the clinic. Anywhere else here? Lucy's lodgings, the boarding house, and the police station. Well, I guess we go back to the police station. Let's check that out. Maybe they'll know something about Dr. Tumblety.
The night is cool. What a horrible summer we have had.
There we are. Dr.
Does
Tumblety.
the name Tumblety mean anything to you?
Not at all. But if you like, I can make inquiries.
Fine, why not? One never knows.
Please do. Okay.
Well, goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Do you know anything about this strange bottle?
Some news, Doctor?
No, I guess not.
Well, goodbye.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna take a break here. Wait, hold on. I think I gotta go back to the house now, I guess. Police station, clinic. Gotta go back home or what? No, I guess not. conclusions. Oh, we already got those. Okay. No. Whoa, wait a minute. 1 of 5. Oh, we haven't come to these yet. Okay. Alright, gotcha. Let's see here. No, I don't. Why does it keep showing that? I don't want that. Close. Thank you. There we go. Let's head back to... Go back to the clinic now? Hold on.
What can I do for you, my dear colleague?
Okay, nothing apparently.
What can I do for you, my dear colleague?
Okay, nothing. Thank you for... Okay, I'm going to end it here for a moment. And we'll pick up next time. So, thank you for joining me on Bunnysays, and like and subscribe and all that type of thing. And I'll see you next time. We'll continue on with the investigation. So, goodbye for now.